Mother... Wait, what the fuck? Whatever. There we go. Wait, I don't want this to double up in sound. Oh man, you're gonna need to edit this shit out, Ark. Got like a half version of myself. Motherfucking... Change which one I'm doing. Wait. What? Oh, for the love of God. Okay, whatever. You motherfucking camera. God damn it. There we go. Alright. So that's going through. That's going through. Hi, Crazy. This is in progress, so apologies in advance, and actually apologies once we get going, because this is probably not going to get better at any point. Ark's going to have a fucking mess to deal with. I'm not sure anybody is sober currently. Hey, what up, Cobra? I apologize in advance. I jumped into this so much that I actually haven't even changed out of what I was wearing to a wedding, like, literally 10 minutes ago. When we got back, so we got that going for us. That'll be great. So you'll either get a sneak peek on a new episode that no one will ever fucking see. Oh, let me undo the fucking emote chat from the fucking bot thing. You can find your community. How the fuck do you undo that? Hold up. Slash how the fuck do you get out of emote chat? Motherfucking clear history. Hope everybody's enjoying this right now as I try to fucking figure this out. Oh god damn it. How do I undo that? Unraid? Why is that a thing? Oh no. Oh boy. Unblock / help. How do you I don't want that anymore. No more. I don't want a fucking goal. Get out of here. My goal is to not have it be emote chat anymore. Motherfucking. Hi everyone. Oh wait, does it work? You can talk? Okay. Is everybody good to speak? I can probably speak. Hi friends. Emoticon, smiling text chat area. There's lots of hypes. Isha can talk. Oh, is it because you're a... Isha, do you know how to get out of fucking emote mode? Yeah, I just realized that. Can you how the how do I do this? I'm bad at Twitch. I did that because of the hate bot thing, doing it offline, and I didn't want anything to do that. You're kidding? No, not really. I'm pretty fucking toasted, Grizz. Do you know how to get out of emote only, dude? Yeah, all three of us are going to be pretty drunk, so. Hi, Pixie and friends. We're trying to get this out of emote only mode. Once they join chat, maybe they can figure it out too. You can tell for somebody else. Like, God damn it. fuck? Did the thing... Oh, god damn it. Hold up. Starting a new call. No, not a voice call. End that. A video call. There we go. Wait, why can't I hear Pixie, though?
Can you hear me now?
I can. Thank you, Grizz, for fixing emote-only mode. Appreciate that. Okay, everybody, you can talk now.
We did this in a channel that Braun is not a member of, so he can't join.
Motherfuck. All right, Braun is joining us. Wait, or maybe I'll just redo the call. Hold up.
Okay.
This is great. This is...
Start the call for you?
Yeah, sure, that's great. This is quality. I enjoy this arc.
I'll be right back.
That sounds great. There we go. This is seamless. Fucking seamless. Where's my drink? All right. It's like the F is, yeah. That's all I do. Professional streaming shit. There we go. Now we can talk. Yeah, I've been putting it to emote only mode because of that bot trash when I'm offline, but then I didn't know how to undo that. So appreciate that, Grizz. I hope my voice isn't too blown out from the wedding, but yeah, I've been at a wedding for 7 hours drinking, so this is probably going to be great. Not entirely sure this episode's going to see the light of fucking day. I would like to join that call. There it is. All right. Cool. That'll give us prime opportunity to figure out the camera situation. Is that a tie? Yeah, I didn't actually get changed out of my wedding attire. So I'm actually... yeah, I was going to say, my wife and I literally walked in, so she's in like a dress and I'm like in like wedding attire. I can do that.
Thank you.
And yes, Boots is taking Ark's place on the show by going sideways in the background. The fanciest Tales you ever did see. That's correct. It's also going to be the trashiest Tales. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work. This probably won't be super long, just because I can't imagine a staying...
And I can already hear that you're pretty much as intoxicated as I am.
Yeah, okay, so that's a bad sign, because I was curious if I sound super blown out as well. Great.
Yes, you do.
Perfect. It's really what I want to hear before starting a podcast.
Your voice sounds real different than it usually does.
I was going to say, do I have the sexy Phoebe voice from Friends?
Never watched Friends.
Okay.
It's real different than it usually is.
Is it? Yeah, it's been a lot of yelling. All right, now I got to figure out how to get us all in one.
Guys, I really want to show you this. My hair can be a stud.
All right, I got to figure out...
I feel like everybody needs to know this before we start.
That's all right. I got to figure out how to get all of us on screen.
I see you.
Yeah, I don't want just me. Nobody needs that.
Apparently, I'm hella quiet, so I need to scream into my mic.
Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, easily 2-hour setup. On this week's Tales, Lotus promptly falls asleep. Got this.
We have Taco Bell coming, so if you could like just talk over us while we're eating, that'd be awesome.
Primary monitor, secondary monitor.
Or we could skip this week.
This'll be great. Ark will really enjoy this. Really fucking enjoy this. I'm sure of it.
The light of day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. This is gonna be the shittiest setup. Hold on one second. I got this.
You might want to boost my audio in Discord to like 200% because everybody's saying I'm.
You're super quiet. Okay.
And Braun has the same microphone I do, so you might want to do the same thing for him.
Perfect.
Also, I have to pee, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Whoops. Oops. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Hi, Braun. Lotus sounds like he smokes 75 packs cigarettes. Perfect. Ark is sleeping to prepare for his new job, and on a side effect, Ark will have the worst editing job in goddamn history right now. Ugh, I'm really bad at this. Oh my god. Fucking hotspots. Hold up. Slash. Mother. Ban. Stupid ass bots. Hoss. 0, 3, 1, 2. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you. Ban that shit. Stupid robots. All right. What was I doing? Oh, right. That's all right. Luckily, I think I know how to turn it back off, but I appreciate you guys. Have fun, man. Oh, I guess have a good night's sleep. I don't know how much. Well, sleeping's fun. That's fine. Ugh. Nope, that's not good. That's not what I want. Nah. This is terrible. Just terrible. All right. Meantime, I can turn them up a bunch. All right. We have show-ish notes. Copy, boop. Hope everybody's enjoying this really awkward pre-show. Okay, so yeah, for anybody who's a mod in here, if you see any inklings of any of that garbage with bots or anybody just being pieces of shit, please feel free to destroy any of that.
All Haas accounts banned.
Yeah, it literally. I just banned one, but yeah, please feel free. Isha, Grizz just went to bed, but like anybody else who's in chat, please feel free. You don't double check anything with me. I'll leave it to your best judgment. That's why you're a mod here. Fuck all that garbage.
So I was told yesterday that most Haas accounts are tied to the hate raids. So that Haas312 account that you just banned, I also banned at the start of my stream.
I've banned like 4 of them, I think, already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard none of that crap.
Oh shit, we have show notes.
Wait, sure.
Can we just, like, not do show notes right now?
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna just kind of be us. This is gonna be pretty much just a Tales episode, so people get an episode that they can joke and listen to. And that's really, I think, all we're gonna be getting out of this.
I was just presented with more alcohol, so
beautiful. Yeah, cause for the most part, like, I haven't been able to do too much, but I figure I have a tale that I can give. And you guys have both done the new dungeons, yes?
Yes.
Which I would like to just hear the input on the new dungeons because I get them Tuesday. So, oops, fuck, that's not what I want.
I'm going to start Audacity.
good.
Oh,
like, right meow.
Oh.
I'm going to do that
Do you
too.
need help with the cameras, Lotus?
Sure fucking do. Because I've definitely made like 9 scenes, none of which I want to use.
So I want you to add a source.
Okay.
And I want you to do a window capture. And I want you to full screen the Discord on another monitor.
All right, hold on. We're going to actually record all this. This is going to be very enjoyable for Ark to deal with as well.
I just started.
All right, so you want me to make a new source?
Did you already full screen Discord on another monitor?
No. Is that the way to go?
That's the way I do it.
I am drunk, and I've been yelling at a wedding Azure for like 6 hours. So no, apparently I've smoked a full stack of cigarettes at this point.
There you go.
Yeah. So all right, hold on. I'll set up the other screen. 1 secondo.
Slap says I'm a little louder now. Would you still like me to scream at you, Slaps? I can make this louder. Also, SD says someone's about to propose to chat. Lotus is already married, so... Braun, we can't hear you talking. So if you're about to propose to chat. Yes.
Okay. I told my straw to go fuck itself because it wasn't cooperating.
Oh, I heard you.
Pixie is a little louder now. Is she loud enough that it matters? Also, yes, for anybody who watches Friends, I'm going to be flexing the sexy Phoebe voice tonight, so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What I want you to do, I want you to make our Discord full screen somewhere.
You are full screen on the second window.
Okay, so now what I want you to do in Slobs is
Yep.
to add a source
Yep.
and do a window capture.
Got it.
And I want you to toggle on, add a new source, and name it Discord. Just name it like Discord 1 or Lotus Cam, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
Then I want you to select Discord as your source in the drop down, and I want you to hold Alt and click and drag to cut just your camera out. Then I want you to do this 2 more times, each for me and Braun. And that's how you cut out each of our cameras.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try to make myself louder real quick.
Okay, I can bump you up more if need be. Both are still quiet. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. I will work on this mess.
I'm using MV7, and I'm going to use my MV7 stuff. Hold on.
I'm going to boost a little bit the Shure software.
That's what I'm doing.
I'll do the same.
I'm going to switch to manual, and I'm going to bump my gain way up. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me a little bit better now, hopefully.
Actually, you sound better to me, too.
What'd you put?
Sweet. What?
What'd you put your...
I put my gain at full.
Okay,
but
I
I
did the
can
same
bump
thing.
it down a little bit if I'm too loud.
Does mine feel okay?
You're a little...
Talking?
Yeah, you're a little louder than Pixie now.
Little loud? Okay, I'll turn mine down a bit.
All right,
Let me know if Braun's being picked up on mine also.
I'll go to like 30. How's that?
You sound good to me now. But
Okay,
again,
cool.
I'm probably a bad gauge, so anybody who would like to gauge that is not me with better sound comprehension right now, that would be great.
Lotus, click on my face.
Clicking on your face. Wait, on Discord or on that thing?
On Discord.
On Discord.
Click on my face.
Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking screen. Whoops. Okay.
I believe in you.
I want you to click on it to where you can see all 3 of us. And then once you can see all 3 of us, hit maximize.
Maximo.
Well, full screen.
Okay. Got this.
We're going to make this really...
Actually, fuck, why don't I do this? This is fine. Look at this. It's fucking beautiful. Black screen. Good to go.
Now just...
Look, I don't even need 3. We're gonna do minimal fuck up. Enjoy this arc.
Count it.
Can't bump this up anymore, SD. This is as loud as I can get.
I can put my end up a little bit if you would like. Hold on. Okay, now try
awesome.
saying
There you
something.
go.
Hello, hello. We are drunk.
Yeah, this is
Drunk Tales.
Drunk Tales.
I've had several drinks, and this is going to be a good night.
Also, thank you, Isha.
I'm having a good ass time.
Woo!
Mark, we're sorry.
I
We love you, but we're sorry.
Yeah, fuck it. I apologize for nothing.
This
I
whole
regret
episode's
nothing.
going in the dumpster.
You sound like okay. So wait, did I overdo it? Did I make them too loud?
No regrets.
We're just going to yell at you.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god.
We'll just fucking scream the whole time.
Oh my god.
Welcome
I've always
to the
wanted to
Thunderdome.
Nope, sounds good. Well, it did
I'm
probably
gonna
sound
scream
good.
on Holy Confessions in just a minute.
This. All right. Okay. So it's better. Okay. So apparently that's all right. So death metal
Welcome,
pixie quality
Tales
is
of
good.
Tamriel.
Fucking nailed this shit. Okay. So what? All right. Hold on. I'll give Ark at least a time code since I guess we should probably start. I don't have a hat over there. Whatever. It's 1,000 degrees in here. Sound is fine.
Hey,
Perfect.
Kieran.
Oh my. Well,
I'm glad your nips are
damn.
hard.
Do I
You're
hear her
welcome.
scream? My nips.
I'm alive.
Metal fan in chat. Twitch mod tools suck. Twitch in general sucks. Hey, Eric the Spanish greeting. Hello, everybody. All right. This is good. So that right there is probably the most professional the show's going to be. We're going to have minimal news. This is mostly just going to be tales and probably goofiness. So
Would you like to hear the news now?
yeah. So, all right. It's going to be like 6:30. It'll be basically where this starts. Enjoy, Ark.
I can take the news if you want to kick it over to me because I got this covered.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Let's see if I can not fuck up our intro.
That was a lot of confidence.
Tales of heroin.
We're
Tales
no
of
drugs. We're bulldozing through it just like I tried to do last time. Just
No
don't
drugs
laugh.
yet.
The goddamn Tales of Tequila tonight. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I've had way too much tequila.
All right. We'll give him a moment of silence before he has to deal with us. Greetings, weary traveler. Come, warm yourself by the fire, and let us regale you with mighty tales, tales of adventure, tales of heroism, and tales of Tamriel, as well as you'll soon find out, tales of too much mead. Tonight, Tales of Tamriel will be an interesting situation where it is myself, LotusOfDoom, HyperPixieGaming, who hopefully can
Hi.
respond. Perfect.
I have tequila. You're welcome.
And our buddy BronSolo from the Sons of Sithis.
Hello.
Beautiful. On brand. So, as a little background, this is not a bonus episode, but it is kind of a bonus episode. Ark, as you can tell, can't be with us tonight. He just got a new job and needs to rest so that he can be on a normal sleep schedule. The rest of us are drunk.
He was apparently the glue that held us all together.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just came from a wedding. I have no idea if you listen to the show, Vinny, but congratulations, woo! And Pixie and Bron are both also kind of inebriated, so we're going to do the best we can with what we have. I apologize in advance.
I have been overserved by my bartender. I'm sorry.
Yes, this is. I hope you enjoy this. If you don't, this probably won't happen again.
Because I'll be kicked off the
Don't
fucking
speak too soon.
podcast.
Yeah. At least it probably won't be this bad again. So hopefully this is at least amusing. We'll do a little bit of news, mostly some tales, just because it'd be kind of a shame
Oh,
to
have I
not.
got news for you?
Just kidding. It's all news and some tales. And yeah, I don't know. Be lame to not have an episode back to back. So this is what you get. Consider it a bonus or a huge detriment, whatever you would prefer. And we'll get things started. Pixie, why don't you kick off our news?
Absolutely. So, first up on our news segment, we have the Gloomspore crates are returning. So, if you want your cool mushroom scent, like I like to ride around on my Warden, now's your time. The Gloomspore Cinch crates are my favorite. I know they have more than the Cinches, but that's the only important one.
The what? The Gloomspore what?
Cinch.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There it is.
What did I say the first couple? It doesn't matter what I said.
It's fine. We're not gonna rehash
fine.
anything we do. It's just gonna
We're
be
just rolling with it.
full speed ahead
The
all
mushroom
the time.
tigers, people. That's what we've got for you in store. Plus, we have a cool statue that I don't remember, but the biggest news as far as the Crown Store goes is we have the Maik the Liar house guest, which everybody should absolutely dump your crowns into, because I know I'm going to. Also, the other big piece of news is the new dungeons have launched on PC and are going to be launching on console like in the next couple days. And they're really fucking awesome. Also, their hard modes make me want to throw things, which we'll get into more on
Fair.
Tales. I feel like that wraps up the news. Also, instead of scheduled maintenance on Monday, we're getting scheduled maintenance on a Tuesday because of the holidays. So just a heads up, the servers are going to be down for just a little bit on Tuesday.
And the event's still going. That's news. I mean, it's not new news, but the year one celebration is still going. It ends Tuesday at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Okay, cool. Eastern, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so that gives you your recap. Not a lot of new stuff, but we didn't have a show last week, so news will blend into Tales very easily this week, as I have not gotten the new dungeons yet. However, I am very eager to hear how you like the new dungeons because I get them on Tuesday. I assume basically as the event ends, maintenance will end. I get the dungeons. It's all going to sync up great, I'm sure. So, yeah.
So whose dungeon woes would you like to hear first, mine or Bronze?
Why don't we kick off with, you know what? Braun is our guest yet again. Why don't we have Braun kick off? Let us know from the DPS perspective, because that was one of the things I wanted to do originally as well, was to have, since we have support on the show for the most part.
True.
It's kind of nice to have, the majority of the community represented, at least every now and then, especially when we get new content. So, yeah, Braun, what did you think about the new dungeons and or your experiences?
I really like the new dungeon. I am struggling on remembering the names of the new dungeons.
There is Rose Petal Bastion and Dread Pillar.
Okay, so Rose Pillar Bastion was the first one that we did. What?
Petal, not pillar.
Did I say Pillar Bastion?
It's a pillar made of petals.
Rose,
it's beautiful.
Rose Petal Bastion, whatever.
Soothing Summer Grotto.
Yeah, Soothing Summer Grotto.
Look, Soothing Summer Grotto would have been a great name for that dungeon. It was very lovely.
Very soothing, especially the hard.
Yeah, especially the hard modes. They're really fun and enjoyable, and all the secrets.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah,
no annoying mechanics at all.
Very relaxing, especially when you know you have 6 tries to beat the end of it. Very soothing.
You can just kind of kick back, smoke a cigarette, do your dungeon,
it's all
very
perfect.
Low key. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just smack your macros, let them do their thing.
Kierdan has dubbed it Red Rose Pillar Tickle Tower.
Red Rose Pillow
Getting
Tickle Tower.
Better.
I mean, it's pretty accurate. I feel like the first hard mode wasn't really bad at all. We beat the first. We?
Yeah, that was Goaty Boy.
Yeah, Goaty Boy. That wasn't that bad. You turn into a goat.
We still don't know the mechanics.
No fucking idea on the mechanics. You turn into a goat at some point.
This is the goat dungeon.
Sweet rolls. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the goat one. There are sweet rolls. Really, all I did, you get turned into a goat, and then you just kind of run around and mash the fucking sweet rolls and see if anything happens. Something may have happened. It may have not happened, but we beat it.
So my only, it's hard to stay totally blind on these things going into them, but I did watch T's video. We lost Pixie. How the fuck did we lose Pixie? Oh, she's back. Okay, sure.
I'm back.
The leave call button.
For those on the audio version of this, pretend Pixie disappeared and then she came back. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
It's beautiful. The only kind of version I have of this dungeon is T's thing where she became a goat, And she was so happy she became a goat. She didn't ever want to turn back, and then she immediately turned back and just started like weeping. So
That's amazing.
That's really the only gauge for this dungeon I have.
It was
Dungeon?
cool
Wow.
being like effectively like polymorphed. Like in World of Warcraft, there's an ability of the mages where you polymorph someone into like a little fucking sheep, and it reminded me of that, which is cool. So I liked the whole like getting polymorphed in the middle of the dungeon.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yep.
Little sweet rolls is cool. That fight wasn't that bad.
Can you attack as a goat?
I think so. There was
Okay.
something where you were
bite
like
them on the ass.
yeah,
All right,
like
great.
there was something where we were like sprinting into stuff, and you were like what's the fucking word? Like ramming them or whatever, like with your little horns.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something like
them.
that.
Yep. No,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, no backtracking, always bulldozing forth. Ramming forward, if you will.
Something like that shit was happening. Yeah. To beat that one, that's the only thing I remember. Fucking goats and sweet rolls and shit. And then the second boss, Pixie. Was that the one that I didn't like? What happened during that one? I don't remember.
That was the one with the fucking bubble mechanic. That was bullshit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Trying to remember what the fucking bubble mechanic
You
did.
want me to take it from here? Because I remember
You
this
go
one.
for it. If you remember the bubble mechanic, go for
Okay,
it.
the bubble mechanic. Basically, the boss will start flexing, and then he gets a bubble around him of pure fucking hellfire.
Oh, that's right.
Where he just gets an insane amount of damage on the tank specifically. And also, there's little traps all around the fucking arena. And I need to heal my little ass off. And no matter what I do, everybody dies. I don't know how to get past it. Maddie
Yeah, that
Gon
was
knows.
weird.
Maddie
Yeah.
Gon's in chat. But I don't know how to clear it on hard mode. It really sucks. It hurts real bad. Everything kills you. Poor Lego was doing his best, just running around, kiting this bubble of doom.
He was
It-
doing his best.
It was a nightmare. That's where we gave up on the hard modes.
Okay.
On Red Petal Bastion.
Yeah, the second one we didn't clear. But the mechanics were bullshit. Because we didn't know them. So, but once we like that, 'cause that's the one where the like sword dude came out and the arrow lady came out too, right?
Yeah, that was the arrow bitch.
The arrow bitch. That's right. Okay, yeah. So she like he has
Arrow
the
bitch.
like shield thing. Yeah, that one was annoying. It's one of those fights like it's kind of like is it Fanglair hard mode where it's like you're super fucking mobile and it's like really hard to stay next to each other. Is it
Yes.
Fanglair that I'm thinking of? That hard mode? Yeah.
Fanglager is like that because it's got the walls of
Yeah, the
get
wall
fucked, and then the
yeah,
poison
Thurvatan.
everywhere, and yeah, there's a lot of mobility needed in that in between
Yeah,
breaking
one was
crystals and not getting
very-
uppercutted by those colossi everywhere.
yeah. That one was very, very mobile. That's one of those ones where, like, if we went back knowing the mechanics, we'd probably be fine because it's the second boss hard mode, not the last one.
Got it.
Because the second we dropped the hard mode, we fucking dunked on it real hard.
Okay.
It was real easy once we dropped. And what was the third one, Pixie?
Third one was the walls. I think no, was the walls in Dread Cellar, or were the walls in Red Petal Bastion?
You're asking the wrong person. I don't
I
fucking remember.
think
Beautiful.
the walls were Red Petal Bastion.
One of them.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This is seamless.
But yeah, either way, like both of them were really cool. Was the second one the one that was in the? Is there one of them? that's in
Confirmed,
Dreadland?
walls
I
are
feel
in
like it
Red
was
Petal.
Forever ago.
Walls are in Red Petal Bastion.
confirmed. in
Yeah,
chat.
the last boss there are walls, but if you stay in the middle though, like they're not as bad as the walls in Fang. If you stay in the middle, there's only two big like I'm gonna do it like there's two big like
It's the best for audio
circles.
listeners. Picture
Yeah,
Braun
exactly.
making two number twos. He's like a
Exactly.
hippie right now, so that's what you want to envision.
There are two like circles on each side, and the middle zone is like the little safe boy zone. And they come across the board like that, and then they come across the other way like that. So if you stay in the
okay.
middle, you're good.
Okay, so that's actually a lot like Fang Layers kind
It's
of
like Fanglair, except
easier.
there's no RNG. There's no
Right.
Beautiful,
RNG to
because
where they spawn. You
that-
don't have to drop one of the ghosties to get through it. You just have to
Okay.
stay in the middle.
so
yeah, it's not as bad as Fanglair.
perfect, because I mean, I've voiced my issues with RNG and specifically Fanglair.
I very much agree with you on
Yeah.
the Fanglair RNG.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the
Ugh.
amount of those. If it wasn't the walls,
Oh,
it
you
was
guys don't love it?
no, no. On a
Nope.
scale of 1 to nope, I'm gonna go. Actually, that's just both no's. So it's gonna be a 1 and a
All
nope.
no. All no.
Now, if just out of curiosity, since I haven't done these yet, are the walls like a wipe thing if they hit you? Is it
Yes.
it like a shit
Yeah.
ton of damage, or is it a insta kill?
I think it's insta-kill.
Okay,
It's insta kill. That's like,
okay. I kind of figured as much, but
I
like,
want to say it was something like 120K. Or
okay,
it was a lot.
because that was like, there's some things that are insta killy, but like Frostvault, like when you rip off the last dude's arms, and that like flame jet comes out.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
magma shell, you can just walk through that.
That's true.
But you
Yeah.
can't do that to the wall, for example. It
Says
just kills you
there's
anyways.
No gaps on hard mode. We weren't able to. Do
Oh,
the
there's
hard
no
mode
gaps. Yeah, we didn't do the hard mode.
so
Wait, how did you get quieter, Pixie?
because I turned my gain down because I could see that Braun was picking me up.
Oh.
I was being picked up on microphone.
Beautiful.
Do you need me to turn it back up?
You're slightly quieter. There we go.
Braun, don't yell.
There we go.
All right, I won't.
We're all.
I was yelling really loudly.
It's fine.
They get animated when I've had a
Fun fact: Braun is actually like 50% deaf in one ear,
Yep. True.
so he yells sometimes.
It's fine. Everything. This is great. This is all seamless. If you're here for the live show, I hope you enjoy the episode that probably won't be aired.
Oh man, that one was good. Red Pedal Bastion was good. The second one was a blur. It was good. I remember it was good. Do you remember anything about that one, Pixie? Just leaning on you for the memory of this scenario.
I feel like I should remember this one. I remember Oh, this is Headless Spider Bitch. So let's talk
that's
about
right.
this for a
Okay.
minute.
Again, official
First
title.
Headless
First
Spider
boss,
Bitch.
Headless Spider Bitch. So we get in there. We're running this blind on hard mode. I have Braun, Lego, and Gypsy Sun with me. And we get in there and we're like, all right, we nuke the boss and hope for the best. We did do the previous secret boss, so we knew we'd have our little helpy friend if we procced on the crystal in the corner. We start dumping DPS on the Headless Spider Bitch, and then it teleports to a crystal. It summons friends. The friends then nuke us immediately. So we're like, okay, we need to focus the ads. So then we nuke the boss teleports and calls its friends, and we immediately die again. And then we realize, from a distance, we can summon our little fire friend, and it proceeds to hit the first ad, and then we died still because everything hurts and we were dying.
Yep.
Then we realized our problem was we had too much DPS on the boss, so we slow rolled our DPS by quite a bit. Eventually, we just gave the fuck up because, oh my god, everything was killing us.
Like there was a point where we were just fucking light attacking the bot, and it was still doing too much damage.
Oh god.
I remember this one now because oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna. I really, 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 really hate so much the mechanic of oh, you do too much DPS, so you
yes.
get all the things.
All right.
I can't. Oh, it drives me nuts.
I understand the reasoning behind that. It makes total sense.
I get it.
I get it.
I get the reasoning. It's it makes sense. I understand why
Yep.
they do that. As someone who does a lot of DPS, I hate it.
So,
but I get it.
Right. And to your point, which was also sort of the point I was I didn't want to harp too much on it last time. When we did the pure lunacy with my group, that was the last time we had managed to group together. The problem we ran into, because between our healer and myself buffing the 2 DPSs who are off the rails, Moonhunter Keep hard mode is a DPS check. Not in how much DPS can you do, it's how much can you control your DPS. And our group's answer was no. Because they were just like, we got this, and we would hit so hard, we would go from like one of the dogs are off the chain to the dogs are off the chain again, but we haven't finished spawning in all the ads. And it was stacking so many mechanics that it was like, what is happening? Like, it was just like, oh, here's 62 werewolves and also these things. And I was like, I don't know how we're going to do this.
All the werewolves, all the shapes.
And,
I know that hard mode. Yeah.
And when we ended up getting, like, we really tried, and we got down to 62,000 hit points doing the, I'm gonna outburn this. You can't stop us, Finn.
We're going to burn it.
Yeah. And we got to 62,000 health before we lost somebody on our best just balls to the wall push. When we were like, okay, let's do it correctly, and we'll chill. We'll chill, and we'll do it with barriers, and we'll slow roll it. I'm almost positive that except during literal execute, they only light attacked anything.
Yeah.
And we were close to overburn several times. We're like, what do we do? Like, what do we do? We can't. We're so bad at control as opposed to hit it harder. Mode. So
that's another hard mode.
I hear really, this.
Like, if you can't slow roll, like you're just gonna. It's so much harder when you can't do it. It's like, cool. I'm taking off Basai. I'm taking off Medusa. I'm just gonna put on like Julianos and like Night Mother's Sorrow or some shit. Like I don't even know what to put on at this point. To take everything off, I'm gonna put on all the like Rubinite, like Inferno stabs, and like hopefully that controls it enough. That one, the other ones were good. That was the one that I hated. I remember that boss. That was the only boss that I didn't. The other ones were good. The other ones.
Did we get through that hard mode? I can't remember.
We did the first hard mode we did. I think it was the same thing as the other one. We did the first hard mode, not the other.
I don't remember the rest of that dungeon.
I don't.
But they were real fun. We just
cool.
wanted to scream.
Yeah.
Which is good. At least in Red Petal Bastion.
So, interesting that you kind of both described this like this. Because that was kind of my thing with the last set of dungeons, where I found one of them, Blackdrake Villa, very memorable. And I liked the Cauldron, but it kind of all blurred together. Yeah. You had much more of a description of one of these than the other. Do you have a preference? Because
I liked Red Petal Bastion better, mainly because of the ambiance we got there. So with Red Petal Bastion, the big thing was the people you're fighting against have an affinity for Daedric artifacts and just random artifacts in general. So if you like walked around and looked at things, it was really cool because you'd see things from other games, you'd see things from ESO, from other quests, and that was really awesome to me. Dread Cellar was really cool too, but I definitely preferred Red Petal Bastion, and I really like the banner from there.
And there was one, was it Red Petal Bastion that gives you the headless spider pet, or was that the
That was the other one, I think. Or, well, I think if you go into either one of them, you get the headless spider pet, but I don't remember.
Yeah, either way, the headless spider pet.
I will say that on both of them, the hidden bosses are way nicer to find than with Soothing Summer Grotto.
Okay. Interesting. I'm really excited for these, to be fair. Not that I haven't enjoyed the previous dungeons. I actually really like the last 2 dungeons. But I guess for better or worse, they were easier, so we kind of nuked through them pretty fast for the trifectas. These ones sound like they are much more complicated. Shout out to Maddie Gone, who's actually chilling with us in chat right now, who I know tackled the hard modes recently. They seem like they are much more involved and require a bit more practice. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool that it gives you something to work for and that they were fun. That's like a double win, so to speak. I don't know. ESO
do
to me
like-
doesn't usually miss too frequently on dungeons. It's kind of rare when they do.
But I know that's one thing a lot of the end game people have been asking for is that we would like the dungeon hard modes to be harder, but not like with annoying, but harder,
Yes.
but not annoying,
Yeah,
but harder.
which is a rough situation because
Yeah.
one of the things that I've mentioned just in passing to people or whatever, I don't know if I've specifically brought it up on the podcast or anything like that, but RNG will make things harder, but
Yeah,
not in a
it
good
does.
way.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
on the flip side, when you have complicated mechanics, so to speak, you can master that easier with practice. So they seem easier, unless you just bulldoze through and refuse to do
sure.
mechanics. That's on you. But
Yeah.
like you can learn mechanics. You can't learn RNG. So it's like two different approaches to being difficult. And I don't know if necessarily the last two dungeons were easier or because there was very little RNG involved in either of the last two dungeons.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder if we thought they were easier in that regard because it was like, well, you can learn what you're doing in this situation easier. And that has a tendency to be a good thing. Like I've been living in, VCR so much. And it's like, yeah, okay, there's 9 million mechanics going on. It's not the 9 million mechanics once you get, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a lot to comprehend when you're getting used to it, like all the things happening.
It is a lot.
It is. There's a
Yep.
lot of things happening. But once you get all of the things taken care of, then it's, did you get your run without RNG telling you to eat it at any point?
Yep.
Which that's a different element that's really...
Did you have a bad pizza? Did you have a,
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, did it pick fire on the person who just got ice at the same time? And then
Yep.
somebody's swooping in with it. It's like, okay, that's rough.
Yeah.
So I'll be very curious to dive into these. These sound pretty fun, actually. And there's 6 hard modes, correct?
There is, yeah, triple hard modes
Yes.
in both of them.
So triple hard modes on
Cool.
both. So they're definitely leaning into that. And the other
I love
thing, I guess you can answer it as vaguely as you would like because, again, 2/3 of the community, myself included, haven't done these yet. So it's hard to explain how to do this. So Stone Garden, for example, has the normal, has the veteran, has the vet hard modes, the 3 of them. And then it also has the vet hard modes where you don't get the bonus. Is there anything along the lines of that in these as well?
I think in Red Petal Bastion, isn't there?
Yeah, so in Red Petal Bastion specifically, off the top of my head, you get some significant bonuses from doing the secret bosses. For example, if you hold block, you shoot out flames, which is really fun.
Ooh.
So that's just like a constant damage thing that just happens for your tank specifically.
Hey, that's me. I like blocking.
So
Yep.
I don't know if there's a specific achievement tied to it if you don't do the bosses, but I'm assuming there is.
Sure. I was just curious if there's anything even related to it. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Stone
Like a
Garden
secret
does have
boss
one where it's the
thing.
old-fashioned, where we just started our True Genius prog. And our initial idea was like, we'll just do it all at once, whatever. I was like,
I'm sorry. I just realized I spoiled something whenever I read Slaps say, be vague, Pixie. Nah, fam. We're gonna go with fire shields.
I mean, okay, whatever.
I tried. I'm sorry.
That was
Fire
vague.
Shield's cool as fuck.
Look, that might be more spoilery if I understood what the hell that was, other than fire shield equals good. Like,
There you go.
That's all you need to know.
But yeah, like, so with our approach of like, yeah, we got this. Well, we don't got this yet. We just started it, and then hurricanes suck. So hopefully my DPS squad can actually get power back and electricity, and that's the same thing. But I meant internet. But we kind of were MIA for our normal runs.
Power, electricity, and
Yes,
All three.
all three. all 3 of them. Pick which 2 are the same. But when we had just started, we were like, okay, we just won't get any of the buffs. And then we got to the final hard mode. I'm like, my life is shit all the time. Please, can we get at least one of the buffs?
Buff's good.
Yeah.
Buff's good.
So then we kind of figured out a method to get some of the buffs, and we'd just do the like, okay, I get no buffs, and then who cares if we die? That's fine. You get your old fashioned separately. But then if we're gonna do the trifecta, it's like, okay, can I have a buff, please? just one, so I have a little health regen or something. So that's kind of all right. So it definitely seems like they're leaning more into the tiered approach, which has been something everybody's been asking for a while now.
For sure.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I like it too.
It's a good learning ramp up because for the longest time, there was none. There was normal, which was breeze through it. And then, okay, here's vet, which was either this is 1,000 times harder or basically the same. And then it was like, okay, for a while, there was the chunk of, okay, vet hard mode is essentially the same thing with more health.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, well, vet hard mode is now the same thing. Like, or it's a little more health, but it's totally new mechanics. And it's like, well, how the hell can I practice those if there's no intermediary? And now it seems like they're tiering that up. So they've definitely been staggering the difficulty approach, which I think is good overall for everybody.
I think so too. Well, and it helps players go from like normal to vet hard mode to all 3 hard modes a little bit easier than just like breeze through it to burning and real quickly.
Yeah.
It helps your progression as a player a little bit better.
Agreed. Pixie, do you have any chime-ins that you would like to add as well?
The spider's real damn creepy, and it made me want to throw things.
So, I guess with me, obviously, I haven't been able to do these new dungeons because, console chud race here. We went from our 1 week delay to a 2 week delay, so fingers crossed that things will be ironed out. Did you guys get the fix for the random CP missing that I did hear about but do not actually know?
I didn't hear anything about the random CP, but I know the synergies in Rock Grove are fixed.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know those were broken, so that's great.
Yeah, there were a handful of fixes in Rock Grove, which is good. I also know the pools in Rock Grove, which didn't kill you previously, and they were intended to kill you. The ones around the Turtle Boy now kill you. So
Ask him how he
careful.
knows that.
Because I died instantly when I touched my pinky toe. And...
Don't like that. Nope.
Yeah.
I need less shit to kill me in Rock Grove.
That is healer there.
As is,
anyway.
I don't like bleeding and being on fire, and then my blood is on fire in Rock Grove nonstop anyways, so I need less shit to kill me in Rock Grove.
It's an added blood boil mechanic.
Great, perfect.
Boils your blood immediately.
I was just
Maddie
thinking.
down in chat also said that people lost their passive bug as well.
Yes,
there were
so
several fixes here too.
Yeah, that was the one that I was curious about. I had seen that from Nephis was mentioning that. Which I was curious because Rich on his stream as well as on Twitter addressed it. Rich Lambert obviously being the creative director for anybody who does not know. He had kind of addressed it that it was going to be it was being looked into and they were looking to fix it. And one of the things that from the console side of things we were a little concerned about because it's happened a few times in the past. It will get fixed on PC, but certification has already gone through for the console update. So it will go through, and even though they know about it, it is on a different patch cycle. So we will deal with the bug, even though it's been fixed prior, which is rough. One of the things that I'm almost positive Rich mentioned directly. If he didn't blame me, don't blame Rich. But I'm pretty sure he mentioned that it was like going to come to console fixed. So that's pretty sweet if that ends up being the case. So I was just curious if that happened to, go through yet and be fixed, because that sounds pretty rough. Depending on the CP that was missing in action, that can be hugely detrimental.
Yeah, especially on the DPS side of things. Like if you're like Backstabber or Master at Arms isn't working or whatever, like good luck.
Yeah, that's a big DPS loss.
That's
Same
a
thing.
huge loss. Yeah,
And from the tank side of things, which happened, I forget, maybe it was just the Blackwood patch where the block wasn't working correctly, so we weren't getting our block mitigation passive for a period of time. So we didn't realize it until we just accepted that me and the other tanks in my trial group were like, oh, cool. So we got bad with this new patch. We're all just shit now. That sucks. And like,
congratulations.
Yeah, we were all like, do you replace us, guys? Like, what do we do? Like, all three of us got bad together. Like
all 4 DPS.
Yeah, so we were like, I don't know what
all
we do.
DPS.
And then it was like, oh, wait a minute. It's not subtracting block stamina until we release block. And then it takes it all away was the problem. So we were blind how much stamina we actually had, which was what was causing the problem. Because we kept getting, we'd be fine. And then it would just be like, bop, you're dead. It was like, what? I was still blocking. But we had run out of stamina.
But I had block.
Right. And we didn't realize it. But that got fixed.
Yeah.
So like, I was just curious on that. But like, either way, since that's supposedly being fixed before it hits console, that's huge thumbs up. I will take an extra week delay of you guys all beta testing for us on console. Appreciate you.
Basically what it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, appreciate
I mean,
that.
I don't deal with it. I don't fucking...
Yeah, well... whatever. The majority of
I just hit the things.
Yeah, hit the things, make the things die.
Yep.
Yeah, so all right. That's good to know then. That's that whole situation. I personally have not had a ton of time to play that much of anything. I've been able to play some video games, but I've been jumping around a little bit. But I have a weird story that I will give. I've done some of the event, like very little of the event. I bought my I don't know, Griffin stump that I taped to the other stumps to make a Griffin eventually. I don't know what chunk of it I got this time, but I got it. But yeah, I've been doing the Craglorn thing because a Craglorn trial is easy peasy and you can blow through it super quick even if you don't vet, just to like fill up your inventory, and you can get some decent jewelry or temp. Well, I like the temps, but whatever. It's easy to get gold shit because Craglorns aren't that bad in comparison, even on the hard modes. It's really good for making money if you can burn through with a good group. You don't really need to... And transmutes, yeah. There's a lot of benefits to that. And you can get away with just pugging a decent amount of those. As long as you probably don't do hard modes. Those might get dicey with pug, but... I've done that, so I've gotten a couple tickets that way. I have not done the Imperial City event. I actually haven't even completed the quest because I still haven't killed an Imperial City boss. The only time I went into Imperial City, I was looking around. A couple people tried to gank me. Surprise, I couldn't kill them, but they got bored trying to kill me and left because I just build an annoying build and don't really have a lot of practicality. I would really like Taco Bell now. Sorry for the audio listeners. It's related to the video stream.
I ordered 12 soft tacos.
Beautiful. I love this so much. But I haven't actually hit a boss enough in the Imperial City to get credit for a kill. But I did the other crap. So that's good enough, whatever. I've got a couple days till the event ends. As long as I do that once, it'll be fine. The story I'll tell, which is like a really old tale, so I don't think I've ever told this in full on the podcast, and there's a reason I will tell this, because as it was brought up a couple times from people joining in chat later, the reason for my weird, sexy Phoebe voice for anybody who watches Tales is because I came from my friend Vinny's wedding, where I might have or might not have had too much to drink, which is the problem behind this whole episode's disorganization and my weird voice. However, the story I will tell you, which I guess kind of ties into the Skyrim 10th anniversary, because this happened literally 10 years ago to almost the day. We're not quite to the Skyrim 10th anniversary. Yeah, I know.
old.
We're aging
Jesus
literally on the
Christ.
podcast into skeletons.
Good. I'm
um,
the fucking crypt keeper.
so I'm gonna my tale this week is a really old tale of the first time that I actually played Skyrim. And the reason I bring it up this week specifically is because it related to my friend who just got married earlier. At the time, he lived to the south. It was about 3 hours south of me. And for anybody who cannot remember the year 2011, because, oh my God, that was so long ago. Modern Warfare 3 had come out just that same week. And at the time, I was in a decent amount of minor league MLG, I guess would be the best way to call it, like Battlegrounds online. And with the drop of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I went to the midnight launch because that used to be a thing when you could only buy physical copies of games before everything was digitized. You would
I went
go
to the midnight launch of Black Ops 2.
Hell yeah. See, that's what's up. Okay.
I
So
remember going to Halo 2
yep.
for the launch of that.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So perfect.
yeah.
Midnight launches. So I went with my friends to pick up our copies of Modern Warfare 3, which came out on that Tuesday. And we basically stayed up practicing because we were like, we need to get on this shit so that we can get better, so that we can actually adjust to the new coming Call of Duty. Otherwise, we're going to get stomped come BG's time. So over the course of Tuesday to Friday, I probably slept maybe 6 hours total. I got the special edition.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, this was when there was zero responsibilities. So we went at midnight. I actually have it over there. It's plugged in, or I would grab it, but I actually still have my the 360. It looks like a supply crate from in-game. Modern Warfare 3 had a limited edition console that looked like a supply crate. And that was the version I got. I still love
What? I didn't
That
know
is
that.
so awesome.
All right, hold on.
That's
We'll do this
fucking
for the
cool.
video. Hold on. Apologies for the audio. This is probably going to be shit because I'm just going to describe it like a supply crate.
Do it. It's a regular supply crate. Is it bad that I didn't realize until now that Lotus was in a fucking shirt and tie?
Yes, that is bad. He's been in it
Oh,
literally
shit.
the whole time.
All right.
Oh,
So
that looks cool as fuck.
yeah. So for anybody on the actual video, it was.
That is so awesome.
I love this thing.
Yeah.
I still have it. It barely functions because it's a Xbox 360 and these things lit on fire if you looked at them too hard. But on the flip side, it was a very cool limited edition. I got that, and we were up practicing all week. I did not sleep an awful lot. Probably did too much damage to my kidneys with that much caffeine, but I was a lot younger, so whatever. The other thing we were hyped for, which brings us back to actual Elder Scrolls, was the fact that Friday was 11/11/11, where Skyrim launched.
Oh,
and I
shit.
remember that week because I was like, oh God, there's 2 of these in the same week. And one of these I try to make money off of. So I said, whatever, what's another 24 hours without sleep? I'm sure it'll be fine. And I decided to drive down to Connecticut, which was where my buddy Vinny lived at the time. And we were going to go to a midnight launch down in his city as opposed to mine. I don't live in Connecticut. It's still a New England type of thing. But I don't live in Connecticut. Like I said, it was about a 3-hour drive. So I decided to drive to Connecticut from where I lived at the time. And we were going to go to the midnight launch down there. I started to drive down. And to anybody in New England at the time, you might remember that we had a miniature hurricane hit during that Friday that Skyrim launched, which I got caught in on the way from Boston to Connecticut, essentially, which overturned several trees and power lines on the highway while I was in transit. So it turned a 3-hour, it turned a 3-hour drive to my friend's house for the midnight launch into a 7-hour drive to my friend's house, to which I drove over some debris and stuff because I didn't want to wait. And
That's
I got
some fucking dedication.
well. I mean, I was trapped on the highway going in one direction. I couldn't turn around. So I didn't really have a lot of options. I was like, I might as well go forward. So I continue down. I update him on the way. I'm like, I'm going to get there at some point. I'll probably be there before midnight. So when I arrive, we're probably going to have to leave. I arrived and we had like a little give. So we were like, let's grab food. And I guess we'll go start waiting in line for the midnight launch. So we travel across town, head over, all psyched, got my Modern Warfare 3 Xbox. I'm like, we're just gonna stay up all night again. We're gonna play this. Like, this is gonna be so great. We're gonna set up TVs next to each other because, again, this was how you used to do things back in the olden times.
The old back in the days of the LAN.
Yes, it was essentially a
Hell
LAN
yeah.
before you had the ability to LAN Elder Scrolls because they weren't really multiplayer. And we were like, no, we'll just
The land before time, if you will.
yeah.
LAN before time.
And that's how we end the show, everybody. No.
I love you, little foot.
So I arrived down in Connecticut. We're good to go, grab our food, get in line. And I came from Modern Warfare 3, which was like probably about 1,000 people deep at the mall. It was nonsense. That was at the time, one of the biggest launches. We were outside playing a pickup game of hockey in the parking lot with some people we never met before, just because there were so many people. Like, it was chaos, the amount of people at that launch. And I'm thinking, this is my nerd game. Like, Call of Duty's my bro game. Skyrim is going to be like, okay, this is going to be chill. This is going to be wrong. Out the door, down the street. I'm like, why are so many people trying to buy this Skyrim game? Like, and
dude, I remember that from the launch of
yes.
Skyrim. I remember, like, I played Oblivion for, like, no shit, at least, very least, like 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
I played so much, and fucking no one at, like, the high school I went to had any fucking idea about Oblivion.
Right.
So, like, when I went to the Skyrim launch,
yes,
it's like, where the fuck did you where did you guys come from?
I totally agree. And
what happened?
What's more ridiculous, because that was always like my, like, oh man, like, this is my, I loved it. Like, that was my nerd game. Like, oh yeah, I got my Elder Scrolls stuff. Otherwise, I would play, well, not anymore because it's a train wreck and EA is a mess. But, like, I used to play Madden, I would play Call of Duty, and I would play Gears of War, and, like,
God bless you, EA. Deal with a lot.
And this was like my, like, okay, I'm just gonna nerd out. I'm gonna just, like, some Game of Thrones style shit, like, because that was just getting popular. I was like, this is gonna be great. Like, I'm all about this right now.
Back when everyone was into the novels.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just heard they existed.
Yep.
And yeah, the line was insane. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And the two of us were just like, I guess we get in line. And we were like 90th in line. And we were there like an hour and a half early. I'm like, how are we not the first people? Like, I was expecting at most 90 people. And I was like, by the time they opened the store, the line had basically reached the street. And I was like, first of all, this is the entire population of Connecticut right now. Like, what is happening? Like, how is everybody in this entire state buying Skyrim at this one GameStop? Like, I don't get it. But I was there for it because I was like, well, this is sweet. I get two of these ridiculous events all at once. Like, this is great. So we get our copies. I'm psyched. I was like, all right, well, I've been up all week shooting people in bro shooters. Now is the time to get my strategy nerdy stuff on. Like, I've missed this series for too long. Morrowind being my favorite, Oblivion being awesome. Shout out to Ag. You know you love more Oblivion. But we grab our copies. We're good to go. I actually, at the time, even though I have one behind me, I actually did not buy the Super Douchebag edition at the time because I had just dropped like $400 on the other thing and I ran out of money.
For sure.
But my buddy did. He bought one, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I got the full thing. I'm good to go."
Hell yeah.
I got my normal version, and we go back. And that's when I realized that we can't set up 2 TVs and 2 Xboxes to play this nonstop because in all the confusion and the worry about the weather, I forgot my other TV. and my boy only had one TV in his apartment.
Oh,
so we had 2 Xboxes, 2 copies of Skyrim, and 1 TV.
oh no.
Which was heart-wrenching, and there was brief consideration of, is there a 24-hour Walmart that I could buy a TV at so that we can do this? But I was like, no, you know what? What we'll do is we can't couch co-op Skyrim, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, I'll play a couple hours, you can play a couple hours. We'll
Trade
we'll trade these, like no big deal. So he's like, you can start off. He's like, I forget what he was going to do. He's like, I kind of want to see how this whole thing works. He's like, so I'm going to use you as a guinea pig, I think was what it was. He's like, I'm going to see how. I'm like, okay, cool. So I make like this badass Nord chick, and I'm like, all right, we're going to smash up Skyrim. We're good to go. And I walk into, we do the tutorial, and it's super cool. For anybody who doesn't know the cart scene, that's obvious. I don't know how that's physically possible. It's like the most noticed thing ever. I go through, and one of the things that I know I've mentioned here, UESP Pug, I don't know, I do a lot of podcasts that I don't remember where I say things, but
one of them.
Yeah, one of them somewhere. I've mentioned
Google
this
it.
before.
I don't know.
Yep. At the first town, I'm like, dude, this game is gorgeous, and that opening scene was awesome, and I'm like, this is really good. But then I got really hung up on it. I was like, why are the menus so like futuristic? It's like weirding me out. Like with the like they were so clean. I was used to like the weird parchment style from the other games. And I was like, it's weirding me out. And there was a chicken just staring at me the entire time while I was like trying to fiddle around with the controls, and I was messing with favorites, which was how you kind of like hot swap. And while we were talking about it, I still don't really remember why, but I was like, if this fucking chicken doesn't stop looking at me, I'm going to kill it. And my buddy Vinny was just like, why would you kill the chicken? I was like, because I can do whatever I want in Elder Scrolls. And I slashed the chicken, killing the chicken, which was a huge mistake.
We know what happens when you kill the chicken.
Yes. And it wasn't quite Legend of Zelda quality killing the chicken where they flock in to murder me. But everyone in the town decided that was the answer to the solution. So they all rushed me, and I was like, oh, this isn't great. And he was like, dude, what was your problem with the chicken? So I start defending myself against the townspeople, which even at a low level, okay, that's not great, because I'm like, oh, dude, I'm eliminating NPCs left and right. This probably isn't a great way to start the game. I've been playing for like 40 minutes. Like, what is happening? To anybody who does not know, there are no guards in the first town that you go to. So you cannot surrender if you have a bounty that triggers a kill on sight command. So I killed the entirety.
Hike that shit up.
Yeah, so I killed the entirety of deletable NPCs from the first area.
Lotus really loves murdering chickens.
Yes.
I did.
He works for Tyson Chicken Nuggets.
Stop! You violated the law.
Yeah.
Pay the court to fine or serve your sentence.
And at first I was like, I'm going, like, I was under the impression, I was like, I just need to apologize. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm fucking up my game. The game just started. And there's no one to talk to.
It was an accident, I swear.
Yeah.
So was the second chicken, and so was the third chicken, and then the old lady over there, and then the man.
She came at me
And
with a
then
chicken.
I couldn't help it.
He mapped me with a butcher knife. 'Twas not my fault.
So basically, I had no way to surrender. I had no way to pay my bounty. Everyone was on a kill on sight thing because apparently the chicken was coveted by the whole universe. And it wasn't a petty crime. It was, I don't know. It was some chicken-based crime that nobody was going to tolerate. And I basically ran out of non-quest specific NPCs to kill in the first city. I believe the only people that the dude in the town that you give the golden claw to, he's unkillable. As far as I remember, everybody else I think died. And I was like, I don't like, I ruined my game and I haven't even played for an hour. And I got really let down. Like, my first impression of Skyrim was actually pretty bad because I was like, okay, dude, I guess I'll just sacrifice my turn early because I've already ruined my game. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I was like, why can't I just surrender because I murdered this goddamn chicken? And he was like, all right, I'm not going to murder the chicken. I was like, great. I'm glad you've learned from my experience. So I actually deleted my character and did not play the game for probably a week. Like, I pieced out of Skyrim entirely and was like, yeah, it's not as good as Morrowind or Oblivion. I was like, it's just not as good. Those menus are pissing me off. And I don't know what's up with these people just not accepting my apology. So I watched him play. That's tonight. He doesn't kill the chicken. He's having a fucking grand time. He's like, oh, dude, look at all these cool things. Look at these weather effects. I was like, I don't like any of this because I can't do this. So I was bitter. My first impression with Skyrim, one of the most popular games that's ever existed, from somebody who's obsessed with the Elder Scrolls as a series, yeah. Had you asked my rating of that game on day one, it probably would have been like a 5. And look what I'm doing now. So the longest getting to the point of my story about Morrowind, Morrowind's awesome. That's the moral of that story of Skyrim is it's why sometimes if something doesn't click at first, and it's been like a big thing with ESO with a lot of people, sometimes you just gotta like give it a break and then go back to it. Like,
give it a break, give it a shot again.
Yeah, exactly. Because had I just pieced out entirely, I can't imagine the amount of enjoyment / hours spent that I would not have had. But it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I just, that one chicken murder, man.
Well, and that rings true in ESO too. Because I know, like, there have been times where I've been running like a trial group or 2 trial groups a night every day of the week. And it's a lot.
Oh my!
And
being in 2 trial groups a week is exhausting, and I don't run
the time
shit.
that I was in a group that was going for Griffinheart. I was doing that Griffinheart group 2 nights a week, and then I was also doing a trial every other night of the week. And there were 2 nights of the week that I had 2 trial groups.
Oh my god!
So I'd be waiting for like 2 to 4 hours every single night.
Yeah, that's a hard no. Hard
so
no.
Sometimes when you get burnt out, just take a break. Trials. That's what I do. Sometimes I get a little burnt out and I stop for a little bit and I go back later.
Yeah, but yeah. So that was my tales. It was super delayed. Drunk sentimental stories has gone crazy. Yep, that was
perfect.
Yeah, that was my tale down memory lane since I haven't really had a chance to do too much. But yeah, what the fuck is the timer on this thing? Oh, look at that. It's only
like
an
an hour.
We are beautiful. That was perfect. This is the most condensed show ever. We are great.
We did great.
We did great. Enjoy this arc.
I'm proud of us.
Going straight in the trash. So
Arc's never gonna let this see the light.
Where it belongs. So yeah, that pretty much is our fill-in episode. Ark should never leave us in charge of anything. It's happened before. He still hasn't learned his lesson. But
we've never gotten this drunk before.
That's valid. Usually I try to be at least moderately sober.
Yeah.
This is
decisions decisions were made. Who knows if they were the correct ones or they were the wrong ones? But this was the end result of said decisions.
Yep. So you can't deny that it was a show. Do we have anything else that we might have forgotten worth mentioning since?
I'm sure there was.
Well,
I
I'm
just
almost
don't
positive.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, we did rock.
Oh yeah, we did Rock.
That
Grove
seems
last
pretty
night.
substantial.
I mean, we
Oh,
did
fuck,
Rock
Ark's in
Grove.
chat. Hi, Ark.
I got the other
Hi,
pieces
Ark.
of Basai that I needed. Hello, Ark. So I have Basai now, perfected Basai, which is nice. That's it. Hello, Ark.
Ark says this is beautiful, but I'm not putting this on RSS feeds.
A wise
You know what?
choice, Ark.
That's fair.
That
I respect.
I
that.
wouldn't even say that's tough but fair. It's just straight up. That's probably for the best. Ark.
We did our best, Ark.
for the best.
I didn't even do that.
This has more tequila in it than I was aware of.
I put just 1.5 shots. That's it. There's
Feels like a
less
lot.
tequila in yours than there was in mine.
Great.
Pixie.
I spilled it all over my hands. I'm sorry.
That's a solid excuse.
Beautiful.
I
Wait, so
did
all
clean
right,
up
so
the
wait a
mess.
second. You did Rock Grove? Like
Yes, we did Rock Grove again. So I needed Saxleal for my tank, and then apparently there's a healer set in there that people just kept giving me that I wasn't aware of. And Braun needed Bashai. So we ran that. It was really nice for me because I got to not be kite healer for the first time. So I was in Rojo. So they threw me in group, and that was way better for me than being kite healer and doing the disastrous 2-step with the pissed off Argonian big boy. So it was a good time.
I like Rock Grove. It's a lot
Me
of
too.
bleed. A lot
Dude,
of bleed.
I'm not gonna
I also
lie,
haven't done the
that
hard
fucking-
modes.
That final boss
It's
is
so
like right
creative.
now is my favorite fight.
It's one of the best
It's
fights in the
so
game.
much fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
easily
it's
one of
so
the best fights in the game.
I love it. I wish it was harder, but I love it.
It's honestly,
that,
it's the
I love it.
easiest of the 3 fights too.
It's so easy. I
It-
wish it was just a little bit harder, non-hard mode. I haven't done the hard mode.
I've done none of the hard modes. I'm not progging
I'm sure
that
the hard
right
mode
now.
is absolute nightmare fuel.
I've heard that.
but
Specifically, the
the-
second fight I heard is just like,
yeah,
hence Mistgrove being the name because
But-
it's the only way to
oh, man.
survive.
yeah. But the final boss, it's such a cool fight.
It
I
really is. Also, Saxiel set is like the greatest invention in the game.
It's good shit.
I love that set.
I need Saxleal.
It's
I
so
need it for
good.
my tank.
I love
I've
it.
also heard it run on healers.
Yep.
Don't know how accurate that is, but I want it.
It's a great set all around.
There are groups that are doing.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. It's really good.
It
We've
depends on your group comp if who's
Sure.
wearing PA, who's doing whatever. But yeah,
Yep, and that's
I want it.
That's actually for our dungeon group. I actually use Saxiel and PA with Encratis.
There you go.
That's because I just do all of that. I'm like, it's like,
hell yeah.
because then doing trifectas, one of the benefits is you can just barrier swap with the healer.
Oh yeah.
So it makes
And
survive
that's how you do
because
them on console. You just do the barrier.
barrier rotation, which
Yep.
that's the big thing. I can.
Hey, I did my time.
I was
on
gonna say,
PS4,
and
okay?
you can
I
tell
did
that you
my
played
time.
on PlayStation before.
I remember the barrier rotation.
Yep. So like that's one of the things that's super sweet about that is when you're doing trifectas, usually the problem is like no one dies, the no death. It's not the hard mode with some practice, and it's definitely not the speed run. Like it's always, can you do it with nobody ever dying? And when you run a barrier rotation, it suddenly becomes a lot easier not to die.
Yep.
Especially
Everyone
when you're
throws on
getting
barrier.
right, and then when you're getting a
Yep.
Warhorn buff at the same time, it's like this is the greatest thing that's ever existed.
Especially for the dungeons where it behooves of you to slow roll your DPS anyway.
Correct.
Everyone throw on a shield, everyone throw on a heal,
Yep.
double bar barrier. Fuck it, no one's dying.
Right. Exactly.
Like we're good.
Exactly. The other thing, which Ark, you'll probably want to re-shout this out on an episode that gets aired on the RSS feeds. But for the sake of it, I don't know if this is. Yeah, this is relevant. Whatever. In no particular order, we also had an iTunes review, apparently, which is just bold, says, real show, they do in fact say real words, can't confirm, which I really appreciate.
Perfect.
And it's from
I'd say that's accurate.
Why Do You Care So Much BM, which is also a great tag. Huge fan. But Ark should probably shout you out specifically on a show that people will hear, because it's appreciated nonetheless.
That's perfect.
But yeah,
It'd be like if someone left us a review that said, "Do not listen to the Sons of Sithis with your conservative grandma. It will not go well." Put headphones on.
But yeah, so I guess on that note, that's probably going to bring us to a ridiculous ending to this shit show. Why don't we shoot it over to Pixie? Where can people find you?
You can find me normally way less drunk than I am right now over at twitch.tv/HyperPixieGaming and also on Twitter at HyperPixieGames.
And Braun.
Same thing, normally much less inebriated, although it does depend on the game that I'm playing. Same thing, twitch.tv/BronSolo22, Twitter the same, BronSolo22.
And I am LotusOfDoom on Twitch and Twitter. I'm rarely ever this drunk. So on the bright side, I'm more sober than when we started because I've been trying to drink water. So I got that going for me. I hope you enjoyed this ridiculous attempt at piecing together an episode just so you have something to listen to. It was certainly interesting to record. And if it sucks, don't worry, because this really shouldn't count as a real episode. And hopefully this type of trash never happens again. Ark,
this is like Final Fantasy 10.2.
Yeah, there we
did
go.
our best.
One of the ones that got snuck in.
Yeah, it's you know what? We're the Battle Spire of Tales of Tamriel right now.
There you go.
Only with less pedophilia.
Yeah, much less.
Much less.
And also way less dark topics.
Significantly less.
Yeah. So there you go. Boom. Done. Otherwise, you can follow everything we do over at dungeoncrawlernetwork.com. There you can find links to all our social media, including Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Discord. Be sure to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dungeoncrawlernetwork if you want to help support the show, and consider leaving us a 5-star review. Maybe never reference this episode if you do hear this, or do, and whatever. But either way, if you do so, people will know that we are a real podcast, that we say real words, drunk or not, and sometimes they'll matter. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, for this episode of Tales of Tamriel, if you hear it, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
All right. Oh yeah, beep. Okay, that was your ending beep, Ark. We're gonna raid somebody. Beep.
Now we do the raidy bit.
Yeah, now we do the
clap.
raidy bits. Who are we raidy bitting? Let's see.
Ty is on.
Oh, wow.
Tigress.
Holy shit, there's a ton of people online. Why
Yeah,
is everybody
Tigress,
awake
T,
right now?
Miss Ray, Gracefully Lyris,
Oh my.
Jimmy JJ Shabadoo.
All right, hold on. We're gonna raid Jimmy. I actually love raiding Jimmy. He's the man.
I love Jimmy too.
I
Jimmy's
use him
awesome.
as like a reference point along with Nephis.
Yep.
Who are like everything. So
Yep. If you have a question, ask Jimmy.
So
Or
I
Netflix.
have named this episode in Audacity because I don't know what episode number we're on as Pix-Drunk. So hopefully Ark knows what we're talking
yeah,
about. here.
it'll be
I'll
fine.
name mine Braun Dash.
Oh, I didn't spell that right at all. I'm bad at this. Fuck.
Braun, do you need the drive link?
Jimmy.
Problem.
Okay,
How
I'll
many
grab that
bees
for you.
in Shabadoo? God damn it. Ark, it's still recording.
There's a lot of B's, J's, and A's.
Do. Please tell me I spelled that right and don't make me retype this. Oh, thank Jesus. Okay,
I just
cool.
sent.
All right,
sent the
everybody.
thing.
Oh, fuck. I should stop the podcast recording. Motherfuck.
You gave him the beep. He'll be all right.
It's beep. I did give him the beep.
Please leave a
Second
message
beep.
after
Yeah.
the beep.
Have a great night, everybody. We're going to go join Jimmy now. I hope that was at least moderately entertaining.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Is the stream ended now?
It's done. We are
Yep.
in Jimmy's
It's
chat.
done.
Jimmy's doing mail stream.
Yeah, he is. That's what's up.
Lotus of Doom. Hope the
I'm
crystal's up
trying to
now.
figure out. Okay, there we go.
Lotus of Doom, thank you so much for the raid.
I think
friend.
drunk
How are
me
you doing?
misunderstood
Welcome
how many soft
on. We have
chocolate
a
12 it.
mod in chat that
You
says we can get
ordered
a
so
shout-out
many
for
tacos.
Lotus, otherwise I will try to do
I
it
did.
as soon
And-
as
So
possible.
many times.
I ordered 69 packets
Welcome
of
on in,
mild sauce.
everybody. Welcome
They
on,
didn't give me
Raiders.
one. Not one packet of mild
If
sauce.
you're already following Lotus of Doom, please feel free to click that link, smash the follow button,
Bullshit.
check out his amazing content.
That was a
amazing
fuck you.
streamer.
That
That
Does a
was.
lot
I'm
of
not gonna
the,
lie.
trifecta
That
and
probably
other achievements as well,
legitimately
similar to
should
us.
not be.
And
Your
also a
FSP.
member of the
yeah, that's fair.
they call it,
But-
have
Some
fun.
type
Fun to
of
record
bonus
now.
something.
does a
Some bonus
podcast with
Patreon.
Oh
Arcade
no,
Pixie.
we have a
Unlockable.
message from
there we
Ark
go.
and I'm
Words are
scared.
hard.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. How's your
Oh.
Oh, I'm
stream?
opening it on the wrong
Tales
screen. I was
Raid
like,
2, there
the
you go.
fuck?
Tales
Discord
of
won't
Tamriel
open.
Podcast, there we go.
Lotus, Lotus.
Oh, what?
Ark says, I don't know how, but I can still
am,
hear you guys on mobile.
definitely
Mobile app
running
worked, and I was
instantly
able to hear you
Motherfuck-
guys